Hey guys, my name is Selena Santana and I'm doing an oral case study over Heidi Roizen. It's for Management 6334, Seminar in Organizational Behavior. A little bit about Heidi Roizen. She is currently a venture capitalist at SoftBank Venture Capital. Her role at Silicon Valley as a CEO is what helped her to develop her celebrity-like status. She also has a desire to meet interesting people. A little bit about her background. She attended undergraduate at Stanford in creative writing, and at that time she had a fiance who passed away. She decided at that time that she would not be so dependent on anybody in her life again. Heidi has many strengths that has developed across the different stages of her career. For instance, at Tandem, her outgoing personality showed. She received the name of the hiring personnel and called. They hit it off, and she was offered the position. At Teammaker, she was open-minded and confident. She decided to work on her own cash flow so that she could give the company flexibility to make the right decisions in business. At Apple, she claims which was her first real test, which showed her security and her confidence and the good long-lasting relationships that she had developed and maintained over the years. She had to ask for favors during this time from software CEOs. She was also involved in helping senior management refocus Apple's strategy. At Mentor Capitalist, it showed her outgoing personality and her willingness to mix personal and professional relationships at her parties, which is a definite strength. She would try to make everybody feel comfortable, and at this time in her life, she found that her networking was her greatest asset. At SoftBank Venture Capital, she is open-minded and maintained a good relationship with the entrepreneur community. She stated that you never know where people are going to be in the future. The good relationships from her careful selection and maintaining them over the years, I think, paid off to show what a good and successful giver she has become. The different concepts from the reading that has helped influence her networking shows in many of the readings. For instance, in Adams Grant's Give or Take, she is definitely a giver, and I feel like she's an otherish giver. It shows completely with her success. She loves helping others, and it comes naturally to her. She has goals also for advancing her own interest. There are no strings attached, but she doesn't overextend herself along the way. She has a rule of thumb, which is only leverage network if the connection would benefit both parties, so that means it's a win-win situation for both people. How to Become Productively Generous by Adam Grant. I really love the illustration of I'm not a doormat. Heidi, according to this reading, offers tough love. For instance, like with Apple, she would tell them when they were right or they were wrong. She also would not sell ideas to anybody unless you could sell it to her first. She would deny requests and deny people requests to other people because she didn't feel that there was enough value to make the connection. She also gives, but she puts her own interests are in the rear view. Her feedback to the entrepreneurs of the rejected plans just shows this because she said you never know where that person may be in the future. She always maintains good relationship. She is willing to seek and accept help, and this was shown in Apple, where she had to call in favors. She also reaches out to her connections for job opportunities for people. In Harnessing the Science of Persuasion, reciprocity, which is to give what you want to receive, I think she's the perfect example of this. It says leaders should model the behavior they want to see from others. This is evident with Heidi. She is highly efficient, and her communication techniques are very good. For instance, her emails are straight to the point. Also, she is a firm believer in consistency. So the principle of consistency, which she believes one has to be consistent in their actions. People need to understand how you're going to respond with some consistency. She also is a believer in performance. You have to get back to people and do what you can to help. I believe also the principle of liking. She frequently helps people that she likes and respects to find new opportunities. And this is what was really funny to me. She is described as a normal person who is easy to be around outside of work. And she is a nice mom. You wouldn't realize you were talking with the captain of industry. So obviously she doesn't present herself that way. How to build your network. I feel that Heidi is a super connector. She is basically a power broker who shares her diverse connections. Heidi's network connects multiple clusters of different people, and she also has access to a diverse array of skill sets. She sits on boards, she does the house parties. I mean, she is just everywhere. In conclusion, I think that Heidi has been so successful because she generally cares about people, and she also builds real relationships. She isn't fake in any way. Thanks guys, I appreciate y'all's time. I hope I didn't waste it. Have a good one. Bye.